Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to get back on really quick because I wanted to just encourage single mothers. If you are a single mother and you have come to my channel, I want to encourage you to give your children to Jesus. You know, the Lord has truly been faithful to be a husband to me and a father to my children, because he knows that women, when they don't have a covering, when they don't have a husband, they are very vulnerable to the devil. And if the devil, this is why you see in the world that how the enemy tries to destroy men, because he knows that God has truly created men to be the head of the household, the head of the family, the protector, the guard of the household. As he surrenders his life to Jesus, Lord will strengthen this man to be the leader of his house if he is a righteous man. Okay, God intended this to be the mantle of every man, is to be a leader of his household. And so when a woman does not have a leader of her household, a guard, a protector, a defender, someone who is truly submitted to Jesus, she is very vulnerable to the devil. And this is why the enemy will send men, lustful men, to come into a woman's household to destroy her, but ultimately destroy her children. We see this in the scripture when the devil, the serpent, attacked Eve. When I read that story, the revelation I get was because he knew that she carried the generations. She carried the seed of Jesus. And this is why the Lord told him, he cursed him, and he told him that because he did this woman, you know, her seed would crush his head. And so the enemy wants to destroy our children, but God is with us. God has made us a promise that he will be with us, and not only will he be with us, he will protect us and defend us from the evil one. We see that in 2 Thessalonians 3:3. And the Lord has been faithful to do this for me and my children. And so I wanted to encourage you to if you're a single mother, to trust God with your children, to trust Jesus with your children, because we see in the world right now how the children have so much access to so many different things on social media, on YouTube, on just the internet in general. They can access pretty much anything at the fingertip, or even as they speak to their phones, they can access anything. And this is way too much information for children. And so when a child is exposed to so many things, especially evil, now they know, you know, they can make a choice, you know what I'm saying? And the devil wants to destroy children at a very young age, because if he can get them while they're young, he can have them for the next 10, 20, 30 years of their life bound. You may see this in your own life, where the enemy has attacked you at a young age, when you were just a child. You know what I'm saying? When you were just a teenager, when you were just a young adult. You know, he does this to the vulnerable women, vulnerable children, to keep them in bondage and cycles of sin. And so I wanted to say this because the Lord has been so good to me and my children. You know, for years, times where I didn't even know that the Lord was with me. He was protecting me. He was guarding me from the evil one. He was providing for me and my children. And so I wanted to get on here to encourage you as single mothers, or even a single dad. Trust God with your children. Give them over to him. Pray for them, war for them. This is what God is teaching me. War for these children, because the enemy knows that these are seeds of God. He wants to get them while they are young, so that they won't have a future. So they will, you know, so that the enemy can destroy them early. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to steal the children. He wants to kill them. He wants to destroy their futures, the promises that God has for their lives. But I wanted to encourage you as mothers to war for your children, to pray for your children, because this is an urgency in the spirit. I feel God is even telling me, you have to pray. You have to pray. We have to pray without ceasing, because the enemy is trying everything that he can to destroy God's people, his children, the women, the blessings,